Hello, my name is Dr. Alec Isaacs, and I am going to be teaching the course on the Israel education and the challenge of Zionism in the 21st century. I'm very much looking forward to communicating with you all as the course unfolds. We're going to have a forum group together, and you'll be sending me assignments, and we'll be getting to know each other in writing a little bit. But in this short clip, I'd like to begin by just giving you an overview of the subjects that we're going to try and cover during this course, to give you a sense of the larger and the broader context, and then we'll start going into the details of an introduction in the following clip. Fundamentally, the first question that our course is going to be addressing is, what does it mean to deal with Israel education in the context of the world in which we're living in today? We know that the field of Israel education has developed essentially out of the history of Zionist education. When I grew up, Israel education didn't exist. People spoke about Zionist education. And we have to understand that the change in nomenclature, the difference between talking about Israel education and talking about Zionist education, represents something of an ideological difficulty that people have talking today about Zionism. We know that the Israel question is a significant and important question in the identity of diaspora Jews, and even for Jews living in Israel. What does it mean to live in a country and in a state which is born of an ideology that many of us find raises questions in the world today and is problematic, and we know is even under attack? Now, in the first stage of our course, we're going to address these questions. We're going to say a little bit about them. But fundamentally, the thing that I want to put on the table is that I feel that we are looking at an extremely difficult ideological question that is generally being left in the hands of educators to work out for themselves. The public, people in general, have got a lot of freedom to take time and to think through issues of what does Israel mean to us today. These are questions that we have perhaps some time and some luxury as we try and grapple with them. But people who are in the field of education are people who have to turn up in the classroom day after day after day and give answers to these questions, or even when they think about how to raise these questions, they have to frame them in the context of answers or contexts of meaning that are going to guide educational activity, which oddly enough means that educators are on the front line of the struggle to answer some of the hardest questions that the Jewish people are facing today, this question of what does Israel mean to us and how do we relate to it. So in the first section of the course, I'm going to try and raise the distinction between the philosophy of education and the theory of education. And I want to try and show how that distinction plays out in what I'm calling the taxonomy of Israel education. I have to be very careful. We'll talk about this in more detail when we get to this, but we have to be very careful to realize that this taxonomy is not designed to offer a sociological survey which in some way captures everything that's going on in the field. Its purpose is more illustrative than it is descriptive. The purpose of the taxonomy is to give a sense of how different practices in the field of education represent different philosophies, each of which is a method of grappling with the fundamental question of what does it mean to give a Zionist education and Israel education in the context of the 21st century. So our taxonomy of Israel education is going to touch on 6 different models, after which we're going to go into the fundamental issues or the fundamental challenges that, as I understand them, face the practice of Israel education in the world today. And these are challenges that I don't want us to think of in terms of the practice in the classroom. I don't want us to think of them in terms of how do we make the subject interesting, or how do we make it feeling, how do we make it emotionally effective. The question that we need to deal with is, what is the fundamental challenge facing our ability to identify with Israel as part of the subject matter of Jewish education in the world today. Now, the first of these that I've put on the table, these 3 fundamental issues, which I think is a key theme, is the historical process through which the Zionist movement engaged in the negation of the diaspora. The negation of the diaspora wasn't just a question of we want people to leave the diaspora and come and live in the state of Israel, which of course it was, but it wasn't just about that. The negation of the diaspora involved a deep cultural negation of what 2,000 years of diaspora Jewry absolutely represented. In essence, the diaspora was perceived as a reality that had to come to an end, and that was definitively coming to an end as a product of the Zionist reawakening, which is essentially perceived as a process, whether in religious or secular terms, as a process of redemption. So in Hebrew we can talk about galut, which refers to exile, and geulah, which refers to redemption, or diaspora, which is the spreading out, and ingathering, which is the return to the land of Israel, and the negation of the diaspora as a fundamental motive for let's put behind what life was like in the diaspora and embrace a new culture, which would be the modern new Israeli culture. Why is that a problem? Well, it's a problem because not all the Jews who lived in the diaspora came to the state of Israel. And ultimately, if we engage in Israel education and we think of it in the context of the negation of the diaspora, we're negating the very identity of the people who we are educating. So this challenge of how do we confront this component of the negation of the diaspora in Zionism as part of Israel education, I think, is across the board one of the striking challenges that plays out in all of the 6 taxonomies, all the 6 models that exist in the taxonomy. How do we educate Jews living in the diaspora who are engaged in diaspora culture to feel passionately about Israel? The Ashkenazi-Mizrahi divide is a very powerful one, and I think it's perhaps felt more powerfully inside Israel than it is around the world, though I don't think it's exclusive. But I think we have to recognize, and here there is a tragic element, but we have to recognize that when the first Zionists imagined establishing the state of Israel, the demography of the Jewish people had 6 million more. Well, it's not quite 6 million because many Sephardi Jews were killed as well in the Holocaust, but proportionately, the number of Ashkenazi Jews who would have potentially participated in the return to the land of Israel was very, very significantly reduced because of the Holocaust and the tragedy of the Holocaust. The upside of this, and I don't mean the upside of the Holocaust, God forbid, but the upside of this is that Mizrahi Jewish culture in the state of Israel today is a much, much more powerful voice than it would have been were it not for this offsetting of the demographic balance. And one of the fundamental challenges that we have to face in the context of Israel education is the Ashkenaziness of Zionist ideology, which cannot dominate in the same way that the founders of Zionism thought it might. Now, in a sense, that's closely connected to the negation of the diaspora, because what we're looking at is the persistence of the immigrant cultures that came from the diaspora in the state of Israel and which have created in the state of Israel a very varied and vagriated society, which has, I think, many more divides than the Ashkenazi-Mizrahi divide, but it's a significant and important cultural one that I want us to look at, primarily because of the differences between the regimes in the Ashkenazi and Mizrahi histories. So what is the story of Zionism? If it's the story of building a Western liberal state in the Middle East, then not all the Jews who live in this Western liberal state think necessarily of a Jewish state in the terms of Western liberalism. And that's a fundamental question for Israel education. Finally, I think it's pretty safe to say that Jews' vision of having a Jewish state was the vision of we're going to live in peace in our own borders. The Arab-Israel conflict is not just one of the problems of the state of Israel. It's a fundamental flaw, or it's a fundamental element that is lacking in the fulfilling of the Zionist vision. Now, I think we know, and it's clear, that when we look at the difficulty of teaching about Israel in the world today, and with organizations like the BDS movement and so on, these things are really, really powerful in our current climate. But I think that we know the Arab-Israel conflict is one of the fundamental components of the delegitimization of Israel around the world. And it affects Jews as well. It affects Jews who are on campus and who feel that they have to defend the way Israel deals with the Arab-Israel conflict, and because of their problems with that, maybe because they don't know enough, they don't understand enough, and maybe because they have genuine problems of identification. But one way or another, dealing with the fundamental impact of the Arab-Israel conflict on the challenges of Israel education is, again, one of those 3 fundamental issues where our dream was to live in this land in peace. And not living in peace is a fundamental question about our dream. Finally, if we can look at these 3 fundamental challenges and address them significantly, both in terms of the philosophical questions that they raise, but also in terms of the theoretical and practical educational questions that they raise, Then from there we can progress on to the question of where do we go next? What are the new directions that we need to face in Israel education, not necessarily on the level of what programming or teaching or curriculum, but what does it mean to think about strategy for Israel education in the context of a conversation that has addressed the three fundamental issues that I raised. And that takes us finally to the challenge, which is perhaps the challenge that this course will throw at you. What does it mean to build a new Zionist educational curriculum? How are we going to progress as educators? Reclaiming the Zionist vision as the only one that ultimately explains what the State of Israel is here for. It's the ideology that gave birth to the State of Israel. Israel education without reference to Zionism doesn't make sense. So if it does make sense to talk about a new Zionist educational curriculum, I think our practical question, it's a question that I will talk about, but it's a question for you. What will the new Zionist educational curriculum look like?